Why has the IEC banned the PAC from any of its electoral processes? What are the implications of this banning order for the PAC? Will this perhaps help towards forging unity within the party? And how legitimate is the upcoming Mangaung Congress of the PAC? What time is it? It's question time. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Mphahlele. Internal wranglings within the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania, the PAC, do not seem to die down. Recently, the Independent Electoral Commission, the IEC, banned the PAC from participating in any of the Commission's electoral processes. The move is said to be a result of action taken by former PAC President Letlapa Mphahlele, who was removed from Parliament due to misconduct. In a twist of events, Alton Mphethi himself, expelled from the PAC under similar circumstances, is said to be in cahoots with Letlapa. They are alleged to be organizing a congress to be held soon, actually this week, in Bloemfontein in the Free State, in defiance of the current legitimate PAC leadership. But what is behind the ongoing leadership problems within the PAC? Just a reminder that this is a live program, and therefore you can give us a call. The numbers to dial 089 110 4210. If you're outside the borders, 002789 110 4210. Our Twitter handle is @QuestionTime24. My guest today, Dr. Philip Dlamini, a veteran of the PAC and chairperson of the PAC's National Disciplinary Committee. And also on the line, we are joined by former PAC President Alton Mphethi. Dr. Mphethi, khotso. Welcome, Dr. Dlamini.
Greetings.
Yes. Ma-Africa, what is happening? Dr. Dlamini, let me start with you. You received a letter from the IEC effectively banning you from participating, and I've just learned that members of the PAC councillors, PR councillors from Limpopo and the Eastern Cape were actually turned away from council offices.
That's correct.
So you are banned?
The actual meaning of the letter of the IEC to the PAC puts the PAC back into the situation that existed between 1960 and 1990. And that's not a good situation.
No, this is a free country.
It's a bad situation. But much more than that, IEC undermine the disciplinary process of the PAC. It undermined the PAC constitution. It undermined the disciplinary code of the PAC. So it trampled on all the machinery of the PAC. But more than that, the court has expressed itself on several occasions on this issue. But the IEC still undermine it. I wrote them a letter.
Yes, I've got it.
And clear, they have not come back to me.
Okay.
And if I was wrong, they should have corrected it immediately. And I've asked them to respond, if I'm not mistaken, by yesterday.
Yes.
And by today, they have not done so.
Yes. So basically, I want you to put it in simple English. You are a banned organization.
That's the meaning of it. I've made it clear to them that you are putting the PAC into the situation that existed between 1960 and 1990, a banned organization.
Okay. And the reason being?
The reason being that they are undermining, and I want to emphasize that, they are undermining the constitution of the PAC, they are undermining the disciplinary machinery of the PAC, they are undermining the laws of this country. IEC is not supposed to interfere on the internal issues of an organization. The Electoral Act is very clear.
Yeah.
Their responsibility is to deal with electoral issues any other dispute, there are courts to deal with it.
Yeah. Okay. Mr Mphethi, let me bring you in here. You said to me that you are going to a National Congress of the PAC this weekend?
Yes.
Who is attending this Congress?
Thank you very much. The branches of the PAC throughout the country, 9 provinces, will be in Bloemfontein attending the Congress of the PAC. In terms of the constitution of the PAC, 5.2, clause 5.2, page 6, it says the National Congress shall be held every 3rd year from the last one. We were elected in Butterworth in 2012. Now, July 2015, our time lapses. Therefore, we need to have an elective Congress in Bloemfontein.
But Mr. Mphethi, you would know that, I hosted you right here on this program with Narias, the current General Secretary of the PAC. And there had just been a PAC Congress which elected President Binda.
That was wrong. We were elected in July 2012, so they were not allowed even to hold elections last year, September, in Botshabelo. This is the 3rd year. You cannot have elections before the 3rd year.
Okay. Now, why is your Congress going to be attended by people who are no longer members of the PAC?
No, our constitution is clear. We invited members of the PAC. There is no one that will attend the Congress being not a member of the PAC.
Letlapa Mphahlele is not.
Letlapa Mphahlele is the president of the PAC as he was elected in Butterworth.
What are you?
I am the deputy president.
Oh, okay, Mr. Dlamini is saying you actually are not even a member yourself.
No. The faction of Dlamini expelled me from the PAC, and when they expelled me, I was not even expelled by the NDC. And now you are introducing Mr. Dlamini there as the chairperson of the NDC. As far as I'm concerned, they've appointed Leonard Nkosi as the current NDC chairperson. He wrote me a letter telling me that their NEC has removed him as the chairperson of the NDC. So he's saying I am not. I made an appeal to both factions, the faction of Letlapa Mphahlele and the faction of Binda, to say I am appealing the decision that was taken by Dlamini alone.
Okay.
And the matter was heard. I was cleared on the 4th of April.
By who? By him?
Sorry?
Who cleared you?
The PEC that was elected in Butterworth.
Okay, so this NEC, the Butterworth NEC, has been operating.
Yeah, they are operating.
But you are operating. Who was your general secretary? Because Butterworth elected Muloto.
Butterworth elected Muloto with us.
Yes.
Then Muloto was expelled by the NDC that I constituted in terms of 14.2.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold the thought there. I'm confused.
Let me put it to you. You know, in a situation like this one, my leader, Brother Mphethi, he's not telling the truth. He was here talking about expulsion of Letlapa. He was the leader, the president. He went to Parliament as the president of the PAC. He participated in the 2014 election as the president of the PAC. After his being expelled, he now claimed that Letlapa is the president. Let again explain something. In his court papers, several court papers, where he cited me personally, he claimed to be the president of the PAC. You know, in politics, there are no permanent enemies.
Yeah.
And in politics, there are not permanent friends.
Yes.
It depends who holds the buttered bread that you need. At the moment, Mphethi sees Letlapa as the one who holds a buttered bread for him.
Okay. Hold the thought there. I want us to go to a quick break. When we return, can I just ask Maafrika out there, where are you? The number to dial is 089 1104210. I really would like to hear from members and activists and supporters of the PAC and perhaps other activists as well. You know, this liberation movement seems to be disintegrating. There's president and then there's no president, expelled, charged and all that. There's another conference this coming weekend. Please give us a call. We really would love to hear from you. This is Question Time.
The city of Durban and its surroundings is one that is filled with history and cultural diversity.
Durban is a natural paradise known for its gorgeous coastline of sun-kissed beaches and subtropical climate.
Flea markets are essential to visit if you want to experience Durban's Afro-Oriental atmosphere.
The city of Durban is an elegant, mature and ambitious city. The vendors at the Vic offer a range of African and Oriental products, an eclectic mix that is hard to resist.
That's Kaleidoscope, Sundays at 5:30 p.m. CAT.
Welcome back. You're still watching Question Time. My guest today, I've got Ndate Dlamini here, Philip Dlamini, who is the chairperson of the PAC's National Disciplinary Committee. But also on the line, we have former President Alton Mphethi. Now, Mr. Mphethi, a quick one. You are aware that the PAC has now been banned by the IEC?
I'm aware.
And you are also aware that it has been banned because of you?
No. The PAC has been banned by the IEC because the IEC wrote a letter around April saying they are recognizing the Moloto faction.
Okay.
Then myself and Letlapa Mphahlele went there, then we put the record straight to the IEC. Then the IEC retracted from that letter to say no, they are not recognizing anyone until the court of law can decide which faction is legitimate.
Okay. On the line, we've got Appa. You are a member of the PAC, I understand.
Yes, Sam.
Okay.
But let me just clarify a few things for the viewers out there. One, the PAC, in terms of its constitution, elects its leadership annually. That means once in every 3 years.
Yes.
And Mr. Dlamini should know that, and we can also be provided with such a copy. And there's no provision in the PAC constitution where a leader can be elected at an annual conference. So all that has been happening in the PAC, it has been a feuding thing that has cost us a lot as an organization. As a result, after numerous court cases, I heard Mr. Dlamini talking about some feud. There are many court cases that found against him, and I can even provide that record to IEC. But having realized that as members of the PAC, we felt that courts can no longer resolve our problems. Outside bodies cannot resolve our problems. And the IEC, even in its letter, is very clear about the many court cases that are before courts and all those things. But the IEC was not clear as to who they can recognize as the legitimate leadership of the PAC. Okay. Summation of the situation is that you can only recognize something that comes out of the PAC or comes out of the court of the law, because there are various contestations as to who is the legitimate leadership of the PAC. But however, let me realize that this is not taking us
I'm battling to hear you now.
As the members of the PAC, that we needed to unite the party. And there was a meeting called off all NEC meeting as elected in the last elective Congress, inclusive of Mr. Moloto, Mr. Letlapa, Mr Alton Mphethi, all of these leaders were called under the same roof. So that
unfortunately, I'm battling to hear you. Would have to cut it there. But it would appear that this confusion is just as broad, even within the membership of the PAC.
No, that's not correct. That's not correct. Apa, I disciplined him.
Oh, okay.
And I expelled him. So
the caller?
The caller.
Okay.
See? Now, undermining the disciplinary processes of the PAC. He did not show up at the disciplinary hearing. He did not appeal. He went to court.
Okay.
Right. Now, let me make certain things very clear.
Yes.
PAC, from its inception, it's a very clear disciplinary code, processes that deals with the discipline. And I'm saying to you, if people respect the PAC, respect its constitution, they are genuine members of the PAC, they will follow the disciplinary processes because there is a mechanism. If you are not happy with the decision, you still have a right to appeal to the NEC, you still have a right to appeal to
Congress.
the Congress, whether annual conference or Congress.
All right, hold the thought there. Funny, you are in Polokwane.
Hey, yeah.
Funny?
Hi, how are you, Mpho?
I'm well.
Mpho, I really don't know whether should we be caring about what is happening in PhD. Since modern day politics is all about self-enrichment. I don't know whether should we even care? I don't know.
Why do you say that, Funny?
Modern day politics is all about self-enrichment. Those people are not there to serve the public. They are there to serve themselves. Unfortunately, this is the way modern day politics are working, unfortunately.
But Mr. Mphethi is not a poor man at all, eh?
I don't know. He's not a poor man, but this is where we are heading as Africans. Modern day politics all over Africa is all about self-enrichment. They will promise you ABC only to find that they are not doing that at all. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Mphethi, I think this question will obviously come, over and over again. What is in it for you?
Sorry?
What is in it for you? Why are you fighting so much?
No, I love the organization. I love the PAC with all my heart.
Okay.
But I've got a question to Mr. Dlamini. Who is the current National Disciplinary Committee chairperson? Is it him or Mr. Leonard Nkosi?
Who is the chair?
Let me put it to you. This issue is in the court papers. That question has been asked. And I've responded to that.
Okay.
Right? That when I wanted to go to school, I applied at Limpopo University, which they turned me down. And I reported to the NEC that I won't be able to do the job. The NEC sat down and appointed specific people to do that. But the NEC tasked me to deal with all the matters that were before me. One of them is Mr. Mphethi.
Okay.
Right? And I dealt with that.
All right. So the misunderstanding has been cleared.
The misunderstanding has been cleared on that.
Okay. Lucas, you are in Mpumalanga.
Yes, sir. I'm the provincial secretary of the PAC in Mpumalanga.
Thank you very much, Lucas. What is happening?
What is happening, we realize as members of the PAC, seemingly the PAC is infiltrated by its own members, agents who are intending. We are surprised by veterans such as that PD Dlamini. We've been together with him for a long time, but now the way they are operating, deviating from the PAC constitution, making circus by holding conferences annually for PAC, congresses annually for PAC. The PAC constitution is quite very clear. that an elective conference of the PAC comes once on the third year of the term.
Okay.
But now, we are surprised. Last year, September, the former Secretary Ntate Molot convened a Congress at Bochabelo. They elected, and now they have already sent a notice that there will be another elective Congress in December. So they must not try to mislead the community of South Africa.
Now, Lucas.
Tate Dlamini is an elderly person in the PAC.
Yes.
He was not supposed to play those games. We can see that they are receiving funds from somewhere. They are paid these people. And we are working with our own monies on the ground. They are not funding the PAC branches. They are using the monies in the head office for their own personal interest.
No, but Lucas, tell me, are you going to attend this week's conference?
Quite well.
So
we knew
Mpumalanga PAC.
That's why last year September we did not go to their purported conference, because we knew what they were going to do. And somebody in the province whom were expelled on the 27th has been going all over the province saying he was intending to tell members that there is a congress in September. In Mpumalanga, he was expelled by members.
Okay.
And that person was the provincial chairperson whom we have expelled constitutionally on the 27th of June.
All right. Thank you very much, Lucas. So, is there another conference later this year?
Let me make it clear. Perhaps some people, they don't read the PAC constitution. I've been reading it in detention, in prison, and outside there. The PAC constitution is very clear. The highest organ of the PAC is the annual conference. After 3 years, becomes a congress.
Okay. Now, is there a congress or conference later this year?
The PAC NEC decided on the annual conference to be held in December. And if you look at the letter wrote to IEC, it's very clear.
Okay.
The date is there.
All right. Mudikeng, let me take Mudikeng. You are in Katlehong. Mudikeng? Reading that work.
Reading.
Yeah.
We must put matters very simple and clear here. Letlapa Mphahlele is a legitimate leader elected by the Butterworth Congress. Up to now, we'll be heading to a congress in Bloemfontein over this weekend. Mr. Dlamini and the others, I don't know where do they resurface from now. Because all the time when we had problems in the organization, they were nowhere to be found. And now today, they went to court, the court ruled. I think now Mr. Dlamini must go and read the Constitution properly. The court interpreted the Constitution for them correctly, that Letlapa is the president of the PAC, and they are on appeal on the matter.
Okay. So
they are the ones who appealed the court ruling.
So you are going to Congress this week?
We are going to Congress, very certain.
Okay. Any leadership preferences?
I think that the province has decided, but I think Mr. Letlapa will emerge.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ntate Mphethi. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. But I want a commitment, Ntate Mphethi. After Congress, can you commit that whoever the leader is will come here and talk to us?
Yes, we will.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I guess we'll have to wait for this Congress, then get you in here with the IEC as well.
Yeah, I've put my challenge to the IEC.
Yeah. We'll definitely do that.
And lastly, let me put it this way. There is no Congress this weekend.
You are in denial. It is happening.
I'm saying to you, there is no Congress.
Okay.
They've always tried in the last 2 years to have a conference.
Okay.
They've failed.
Okay, hold it there. That was Question Time. Have yourself a wonderful time. Goodbye.